What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for another WWE year-end top 10 list for 2024, and this time we're going to be talking about the basics, also like the battle packs or things that came with play sets, all the stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Alright, coming in at number 10 is the basic 152. I guess at this time it was called the main event series, and that is Duke Hudson. Now, you guys know I love NXT. I was a big Chase U fan. It really sucks that they just split up all of them, but I thought this figure was perfect. If I have one critique, I think the arms might be a little too ripped, but it is what it is. I do wish this was an Elite, though. I'm probably the only person that thinks that, but I do love Chase U. And number 10 is 152 Duke Hudson. Coming in at number 9, we do have another member of Chase U, and it is the basic 151 Chase version of Thea Hale. Now, the only reason this isn't higher on the list is because of the head scan. I see her, but at the same time, I don't see her whatsoever, and I cannot figure out what part of it exactly is not her. The nose, the eyes, the eyebrows, the smirk, the mouth, everything looks like her, but it doesn't look like her at the same time. I don't know why, but them making the Chase figure the Chase U attire is kind of wild, especially considering the other ones had been released already. But anyways, I digress. The regular one was just like in black and silver gear, and it was boring. So number 9 is basic series 151 Thea Hale Chase. Coming in at number 8 is, I think, our only figure from a playset on the list, and that is Rey Mysterio with the Lowrider. Now, you guys hear me talk about it for years. I love promo attire or casual attire figures, and that's exactly what you're getting with Rey Mysterio here. I don't remember him ever driving a Lowrider or wearing this gear specifically. I'm sure it happened, or some version of this, but the Lowrider he came with was from Mania 39 in his entrance. So either way, it's cool. It's a mask we haven't got. It has a Lucha Legend t-shirt we've never seen before. Has some pants that I think are a brand new mold. I don't recall these whatsoever from any figure. So I do think that is very nice, and Rey Mysterio is number 8 on the list. Coming in at number 7 is a figure from a 2-pack. I don't remember which version of it is. I don't even remember what the name of the 2-packs are called nowadays. It was Battle Packs and then Championship Showdowns, and now it's, I don't know. But I'm going to throw Seth Rollins in his Jaguar-themed gear on the list. This is very good. It's, believe it or not, it's only missing a couple deco hits to complete it. Also, the blend of the hair is really nice because all these Seth Rollins like hair colors are different for whatever reason. Some are more blonde, some are more black or brown going down with very little blonde down here. This one looks very nice, and it's a version we have not seen before. But I love this a lot. It came with a Braun Breaker and the 2-pack, and I think it's a solid basic overall. Coming in at number 6 is a figure you saw in the thumbnail, and it is Maxine Dupri. And this is from Basic Series 149. I love how she comes with the piece up hands. I love this a lot. Maxine is very easy to be a fan of on TV. She comes across as natural. She may not be the best wrestler in the world, but she's still training, and you do notice progress in her. But she just has an amazing personality, it seems like, on TV. And this figure is very nice. Now, the only complaint is that it's a basic, honestly. I think this looks very good. Also, Ringside charging like $40 for this figure at the time that it came out, and I never saw it at retail, so it's just one of those things. But Maxine Dupri is coming in at the number 6 spot. It's time to get in the top 5, and this is a figure that a lot of people called from the moment it was released. They said it was going to be basic of the year. It's another one of those Showdown 2-packs. I don't remember. No, it's not a Showdown 2-pack. It's from Basic Series 142, I believe. And that is the Workout Hulk Hogan. Now, the only reason it's not higher on the list is I wasn't even thought of being a thing when Hulk Hogan was wrestling. I was born in 98. And I don't have that attachment to Hulk Hogan. I have attachments to cool figures, and this is a great figure, so different from any of his other versions. But this figure, it does not click with me like it would others, and it makes perfect sense because I have no attachment to it. And it's not the figure's fault, but it's my list, and that's what it is. Also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. If you're noticing a figure that's not on the list that you would have put on there, I'm only including figures that I would have bought this year. I have a spreadsheet that's been going since January, and if I buy a figure, I put it on there. And if it's not on there, that means I did not buy it, and it's not going to be in the top 10 contention. There's only one figure that I didn't buy that's going to be on the list, and that's in my Marvel Legends MCU top 10. So if that's something you want to see and you want to critique it there, it's going to be on that video. But let's go ahead and get into number 4, and that is Basic Series 151. You guys knew it was coming. Andre Chase. I love Chase U. I love everything about the figures. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm just very happy that Andre Chase got a figure. It is a little bit crappy that it's in the blue Chase U logo and blue pants rather than black to match Thea and Duke, but I'm just happy to get it. Also, I wish that the eye black paint, or I guess red on here, wasn't on here just so it would be a standard Andre Chase figure, but it is what it is. I love it a lot, and I'm a big fan of Chase U. Once again, sucks to see them go. Alright, let's go ahead and crack into that top 3. Coming in at number 3 is a figure that I wanted to get for the sake of a tag team, but was blown away once I got it. And that is a Shante The Adonis from Basic Series 143. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year that a Shante The Adonis would be on a top 10 list, I would be like, you're crazy. There's no way. The figure is great. All the Hit Row figures they made, that being Top Dollar, Shante The Adonis, and B-Fab, are all borderline perfect. The only complaint about Top Dollar would be that the torso's too big. The only complaint about B-Fab is just figures and heels do not stand that well. It's not the figure's fault. It's not what she's wearing fault. That's just the nature of toys. But Shante The Adonis is great. I love this little flap here from the overalls. It has the initials going all throughout the attire. The head scan is perfect. The minimal tattoos, like I said, there's not much there, but it looks good. And I just threw, I think, some Brother Love glasses on here because I think he wore them on like NXT with Cedric Alexander. So other than that, though, like, I love this figure, and I'm quite honestly blown away by it. I was very, very surprised. Coming in at number 2 on the list is a figure that surprised me even more, because I was going to pick it up because it was their first figure, and then I was like, you know what? This figure's kind of great. And that is the Basic Series 146 Kaden Carter. I love the metallic paint on here. The head scan is perfect. The hair blending looks good. Not even to mention the tattoo detail. And when I was opening this up, I had no idea the blue and purple hair would be a thing on there. But let's go ahead and just pop this head off, because I don't think I ever did a review of this figure. Look at the tattoo detail all across the back, down the arm, going over the ribs, down the thigh. Everything about this, like, if you would have told me, once again, I just said it for Shante The Adonis, that Kaden Carter would be on my top 10 list of the year, I would have told you were crazy. But the figure is great, and it has so much detail. It's kind of hard to ignore it, but Kaden Carter comes in at number 2 for the year. Now it's time for number 1. And number 1 might not come as a surprise, and I didn't expect to have it on my list either, but once I got it in hand, I was like, yep, I should have bought that back in the day. Now we got a little bit of upgraded version of it. And that is the CM Punk and the Bret Hart attire from the 2-pack with Randy Orton. You see the boots down here, great detail. The trunks, we'll go ahead and take that title off. The trunks look great. I never had the original release of this, I don't know why, but this figure just looks good, and I've talked about it before. We don't get enough bright colored WWE figures, so when you have something like that, it stands out and it says something on the shelf. I said the same thing with the Ultimate Edition Seth Rollins that came out this year. It looks good, and that's what it is. Also, side note, I love that head scan, and we did not see it much from his first run in WWE. But that is my top 10 WWE basics of 2024. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.